Let's talk 2025. My hair is giving me problems today. It's like poofy on the bottom, but like flat on the top. So I'm just like, hey, hello. If you're new here, I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie romance author of 11 sweet romance books. One day I'll nail the intro. And today we're going to be talking all about my 2025 goals. In case you missed my 2024 recap video, I posted that last Friday. I talked about like how 2024 went, and I also included some pie charts in terms of like what percentages, what books, how they did in the year of 2024. So if you're interested in that kind of content in that video, go check it out. I'll have it linked down in the description box below. I don't know why I said it like that. But today we are talking all about 2025. Crazy. I'm a little sad because I love the sound of the year 2024. Like, I love the evenness of 2024. 2025, I don't love it. It is what it is. So sit back, buckle up, sit down, because I'm gonna talk about my goals. I will say nothing too crazy. Last year my goals were very vague, so I tried not to make vague goals this year. However, I did want to be a little bit gentle on myself in terms of like not too much pressure, because coming off of 2024, it's a very rough year. Spoiler alert for the video if you haven't watched it yet. 2024 was very hard for me and I floundered, so I kind of want to be a teensy bit gentle to myself while also being productive in a forward trajectory. So that leads to specific goals in some areas and then like a little bit more laid back in others. So starting off big and strong, I want to publish 3 books in the year of 2025. Perhaps a little ambitious. In 2024, I actually had the same goal of publishing 3 books in that year. And thinking back on it, I'm not really sure when I thought I was going to publish those books because it didn't happen. Last year, I was struggling creatively, mentally, and it was just not a fun time over in my little household that I had. And I just really was going through it. So that made writing that much harder. So I only had 1 book published this year. Technically it's still this year because today's only the 29th. So only 1 book this year. However, in 2025, I want to publish 3 and I have a game plan for each. I want to publish 1 in April. I want to publish 1 in September. And I want to publish 1 in December. December is going to be a holiday book. Could be a little bit on the shorter side. Probably is going to be a little bit on the shorter side. Holiday books, you know, they work well, a little bit shorter. So that is my game plan, and guess what? Come close. The pre-order for the one in April is already live. And like, to be honest, the link is down below, but if you go look, technically it says pre-orders in June. The release date is in June. That's just me covering my butt, okay? That's just me being extra careful just on the off chance that we may not make it in April. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to give myself a teensy bit of wiggle room just on the off chance something happens. But I'm gunning for April. Game plan is April. I am almost finished with the first draft, and typically I do my drafts pretty well, pretty fast. Typically it takes me about 6 months to write a book from first draft to final product. If I publish it in April, that's 4 months starting in January, and I'm already almost done with the first little section of draft 1. With the first section, comma, draft 1. So I think we can do it. And I'm a full-time author, and you know what I mean? So like my life is dedicated to writing. So I can do it. We can do it, Sarah. We will do it. Goal number 2 is to find a balance and establish a routine. And you might be thinking, Sarah, that's a little bit vague. Find a balance, establish a routine. It's not, though. I want to find a routine that I do on a consistent basis. Like, when I wake up, I make my coffee, and while it is brewing, I make my bed. That is a routine that I consistently do. I want to have a writing routine that I do consistently on every day, set days, not sure yet, but one that becomes like, okay, this is what we do, this is our second nature, this is my routine. And to find my balance again of pleasure time and work time. Before, I was doing all work time, no pleasure time. And then I moved into my new apartment and I realized how nice it is to just sit on the couch and watch TV. And my pleasure time went up, my work time went down. So this year I want to find like a good balance of both. And honestly, I think we are working towards it a little bit closer. I haven't found a specific routine that works well for me just yet, but I hope to find one in the new year. And I want to establish it somewhat quickly in the new year. That way, you know, what the majority of the year is peak productivity. So hopefully by the end of 2025, I can say confidently, yes, we found a good balance between work time and playtime, and we have an established routine that has me consistently writing a good amount of words every week. Fingers crossed. Actually, no, not fingers crossed, because that means I'm just like leaving half of it up to fate. No, I will find one. I will find one. Goal number 3 is to read 1 book a month. Now for you guys, that might not sound like a lot. It's not a lot. 1 book a month maybe isn't a lot. But for me, who's kind of been burnt out on reading from doing so many client works, I think it's kind of a good goal for me to read 1 book a month, reading into maybe more of a daily routine, but definitely onto a weekly routine where I read a certain amount of chapters a week. I don't know. Maybe I have Thursdays and Tuesdays, my days that I read. I don't know why I said Thursday first. So my plan is to just incorporate like reading into certain days. That way I'm not ambiguously being like, oh, I just want to read a book, and hopefully I'll read it at some point in the month. You know what I mean? But I want to keep myself accountable in terms of like, I will post what I'm reading in case anybody wants to join me in reading the same book, and post it on Instagram. So that way, you know what I mean, I'm posting it somewhere. A must read. It's very hard to read for work and then also read for pleasure, but now that my client work has kind of died down, I feel like it is a lot easier for me to want to read for pleasure. And I think I'll find that the case that when I sit down to read, it is a lot easier to read for pleasure. I do have 5 books right now on my shelf waiting for me to read them, so that's 5 months if I stick to the 1 book a month schedule. But hopefully, you know, I'm hoping that once I read a book, I will realize how much I love reading again and just dive back in, because I have tons of books. I used to love read. I used to be a binge reader, sucked in, but it's just hard to like get my attention really grasped in it, you know? I also partially blame TikTok for ruining my attention span. Goal number 4 is to build my savings back up. Moving out kind of, you accumulate a lot of bills, heat, the electric, the water, and my income this year kind of took a hit with the 1 book published, and it was in a new genre at that, so like, or new like age range at that. So that too is going to take a little bit of a hit for the money wise. My savings isn't as high as I would like it to be, so I want to build my savings back up in the year of 2025. So hopefully by the end of next year, I will be able to be like, yes, I did build my savings back up. Goal number 5 is to film more challenges and series on this YouTube channel. I've seen a few authors lately do like the 24-hour writing challenge, and I'm like, that sounds so fun to try. And like, there's a few other challenges I really want to try and see how well I can do with it, that I have them saved in a notebook. So in 2025, I want to do more like challenges and like more series, like editing series, drafting series, something a little bit more dedicated. And like, I once did an outlining series. I think I only did like 2 videos for it though, but where I outlined my whole next series. So I kind of just want to do like things on the YouTube channel again, rather than just writing vlog. I love the writing vlogs, but I do think incorporating some more challenges where maybe I try to write for 24 hours, or like other like writing like I work a 9 to 5 or something like that, where I can just, you know, challenge myself for a day. I think that'd be really fun to film and like add a little bit more variation to the weekly update of how my writing is going in a writing vlog format. Goal number 6 is I want to travel at least 1 time. I do have concert tickets for June in Chicago to go see Stray Kids. Hopefully all goes well and I can attend. I'm going with my cousin, so we both have tickets. So I'm leaving that little section in my brain like, just in case it doesn't work out, because I think every single concert that I have booked with my cousin, something has come up and we haven't been able to go, and that's happened 3 times. I'm leaving it to like, just in case. I'm hoping in June we can go to Chicago and go see Stray Kids. I have the tickets already, so we have them. So, but if not, I do want to travel at least once this year. If it's not Chicago, which I really hope it is. And then goal number 7, these ones are more like numbers goal. I'd love to build this YouTube channel to 7,000 subscribers, and I'd love to build my Instagram to 15,000 followers. Right now we're at like 6,300, I believe, around there on this YouTube channel, and I think Instagram is currently at 13.5. Instagram is probably going to be a little bit more difficult to have followers because Instagram growth is so hard. So hard. But for YouTube, I would really love to build a channel to 7,000 and just kind of be more intentional with posting on Instagram and on YouTube both. Try to post content that like people enjoy and, you know, can resonate with and all that fun stuff. I really want to take the social media analytics seriously in 2025, so that means kind of learning more about the algorithms for YouTube and Instagram. I know algorithms can sometimes be just garbage and like luck of the draw, but I just kind of want to like do all I can to hopefully get my posts and videos seen to as many fun author, writer friends, reader friends as possible. That is all the goals I have written down. I feel like I kind of started off strong and then we piddled at the end. Starting off publishing 3 books, ending with I want to hit 7,000 subscribers, which is it's still a good goal. It's still a good goal, but it's just like, I don't know. I have big plans for 2025. I think publishing 3 books in and of itself is a big plan. It's going to be a lot of work, and honestly, I feel very rejuvenated going into this year. Moving back home, and we've talked about this before, and a lot of you guys say it's very apparent, but moving back home has really healed something in me, I feel like. I feel like I was losing my spark at the apartment. I feel like the being alone, you know, the kind of like uneasiness I felt living alone. For some reason, that space just was really draining me. And being back here, even for a month now, I feel just so much better and more excited about every aspect of my life. It's kind of funny. Today we were packing up the last little bits of my apartment. I have to go back tomorrow, pick up the final boxes, and then I'm done. And there wasn't even a singular part of me that felt sad about it. I was even like walking through all the rooms, making sure I got everything, looking at everything, and I'm like, I am so glad to be done with this place. And I think that just goes to show you that like you can try things and they might not just work, they just might not work out, and that's okay. And living alone just wasn't for me. I am so relieved to be back home. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to come back home and have this dedicated space. Everything happens the way it needs to happen. 2 years ago today, I moved into that place for the first time, and now I'm moving out, and I just feel so relieved to be back. And so that just means I'm excited to move forward into 2025 in a space that I feel comfortable, confident, and happy in again. And you know, I'm excited for everything that the year has to offer us, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below, what is one of your 2025 goals? It's gonna be a good year. I am going to make it a good year. I refuse to just let another year like go by me. Make it a good year, and I hope you guys stick along with me, come along with me, and make it a good year for yourself as well. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and go down into the description box, check out the 2024 reflection video if you haven't already. And today this video is coming out on the 30th, so I hope everybody has a safe and happy new year, and I will see you in 2025. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 11 sweet romance books, and I will see you next time. Man, I like nail the outro. Bye guys. I got everything put away and then realized I forgot to take a thumbnail.
그런 표정 짓진 마 차라리 넌 후련한 것 같아